Welcome along then. It is the last GP of the season. Yes, we have done pretty much a year of F1 Clash 2023, and we now set our sights on the new season ahead, which is F1 Clash 2024, and all of its changes that will potentially come with it. So, you've got one last chance to go and get your best ever result, and this is where it's going to count. All the pressure, all the fun comes down to getting this best result. Remember, we are live this evening, Tuesday. Make sure to come and join us as we take on some sprint races. But let's get into this week's GP event. And as we remove this and show you, we have got the Formula One Miami Grand Prix. So obviously it is a real F1 race this weekend. So the Miami Grand Prix returns to F1 Clash this week. It is ×2 double asset rewards. So make sure you've got to get through to the final to take count of the good stuff. Now, what is boosted? Valtteri Bottas taking a 15% stat boost, as well as Max Verstappen and Voyage, the car part, taking 15%. So some big drivers this week for you to go and use. But what track have we got for this qualifying round? Well, let's show you. Remember, because it's an F1 weekend, no legendary drivers are available. So you're going to have to use some proper drivers today. Hopefully, you can get the job done in qualifying, which is obviously tomorrow. So let's take a look at these tracks. So no surprise to see Miami in here twice. So we start off with Miami, 9% chance of rain. We then move to Suzuka, 61% chance of rain. A trip to Hungary for race number 3 at 0. And Miami to round off for race number 4, but fully in the wet this time. So very interesting tracks. Miami is a great track. I do really like it. And hopefully you can score some big points. Remember to hit the like button if these have been helping you all season. And remember, for these strategy guides, we pick the very best boosts. Timeless boost is one of the best on there, so use that where you can. But obviously, I haven't included them on the track maps just because it's only available for one weekend, and then we don't know if they're going to be available or good again, let's say. But let's find out then what your strategy guide is going to be. Here we go as we go hunting track map number 1, Miami. So yes, here it is, the Miami track map. And because it's 9% chance of rain and 100% chance of rain in race number 4, we will go through all of the strategies. So, as you can see up here, we have got the 2 sections, drivers starting from P1 to P12 and P13 to P24, dry and wet. Now, it's the same strategies in the dry. It's a 2 soft, 3 medium, and a 3 medium, 2 soft, 2 soft. Merlion, one of the best boosts on the game, and Kawhi is very good for the pit time on the 2 stops. You can use Timeless Boost in there as well. It's basically, Merlion is better if you don't need the race start, put it that way. But you can use Timeless by all means. From the back, same strategies, but Cuppa and Kawhi. Now, in the wet, it gets a little bit interesting. All the AI are going to pit on lap number 3. All or most of the AI are then going to go round on the lap 6, and some of them will pit. However, there'll be about 2 or 3 cars that don't pit and try and go for a 3 wet, 4 wet strategy. They will run out of tyres the back straight, so make sure to go and attack them. It's never over till it's over. As you can see on the right hand side, you've got your conserving places, but in the wet, let's go through your strategies first. You've got that 3 wet, 1 wet from the front, but then we look at doing the undercut in all other drivers. So you've got the 2 wet, 3 wet, 2 wet. You will never pit the same time as the AI. And then you've got drivers starting at the back, 2 3 2 and a 1 3 3. Exactly the same, never pitting the same time as the AI. They will all double stack. They will all lose a lot of time. So make sure to undercut, make sure to push in lap, out lap, and you can do some great scoring. 2 massive places to conserve your power unit, of course, on the right hand side. So make sure to go and conserve down there and attack through the corners. Race number 2 then, we are off to Japan, and this one is a 61% chance of rain, so a little bit of a secret in here as well, just like we had in Miami there with everybody pitting on a certain lap. It is a one-stop track. You never want to do a two-stop round here. Merlion and Kauai on a free soft 4 medium and a 4 medium free soft. Again, timeless can be in here too. From back, 3 medium, 4 hard, 3 medium. So if your tyre management isn't above 90, you're going to have to move down to the medium and the hards because it's going to be very difficult to do a free soft 4M. We've got your Cupra and Prince in there just to help a bit of defending if you want to take Prince. Now, just like Miami, but in a different set of circumstances, everybody pits the same lap in Suzuka as well. However, it is lap 4. So if it's a fully wet race, everybody will pit lap 4. If you are from the front, you can do a 4 wet, 3 wet, no problem. But if you are from the back or further back in the field, you want to be doing a 3 wet, 4 wet. That means push hard on the opening 3 laps because you're going to have to watch your tyres in the final 4 laps. So save a bit of power unit in the second stint and then use it to defend if they come back at you. It is a great scoring track for an undercut in the wet. Honestly, they lose so much time in the pits on lap 4. Remember though, just because it is a chance of rain doesn't mean it's going to rain. You need to check the debrief screen. So when you're checking tyres, you're checking which boost to use. At the top of the screen, it will tell you your weather. Now, there's no point up here doing a 3 medium, 4 hard if rain is coming in 45 seconds. Use the softs, and you might have to go to a 2-stop. So it really depends what the weather is going to do. Obviously, play it by ear. In that 30-second pre-race screen, make sure, or 15 seconds, or whatever it is, make sure to have a good review because you need to know what to run, and I believe it is 30 seconds. On the right-hand side, you've got your conserving sections down the straight, end of Sector 1, and going through the back-end straights of Sector 3. That is where you want to conserve your power unit so you can attack in the corners, attacking under the bridge and the hairpin. Really good spots to overtake as well. Race number 3 then, and it is the only 100% guaranteed dry race in this week's qualifying session. It is Hungary, but you don't need any sort of fastest lap in this qualifying round. So from the front, you need around 95 tyre management to be able to do a 4 soft, 4 medium comfortably. You can do it if you've got 90 plus, it's just a little bit more difficult. You can also do a 5 medium, 3 soft, which is the go-to strategies. Now in P13 to P24, we have got the same strategy, but we've got in a 4 medium, 4 medium instead of the 4 soft, 4 medium. Now you can run the same strategies as driver 1, but you obviously need to take some sort of tyre management boost to help you get through. No need to go through the wet strategies because we have already been through that one. And as you can see on the right hand side, home straight, start finish line, you're going to be conserving your power unit. And in Sector 1, up the hill, you need to conserve as well. But everywhere else is pretty much a good overtaking opportunity in Hungary. And we can get some solid points this week for sure. So remember, as we zoom back in, wow, get that face back in and his spot on his cheek. There you go, over there. So yeah, it's going to be a blast. Hopefully the Miami Grand Prix qualifying session is going to get you in the perfect state for this week's racing. Now remember, Wednesday is a free-for-all in terms of qualification. Thursday sees you grouped up with your flag range, and Friday sees you pretty much go random with anyone who's entering GP as well. Sometimes on a Thursday you can get some high flags in your group, but it is mainly because they are entering GP for the very first time. But it is the Miami Grand Prix. The voice boost is in there. It is Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas and Voyage, all 15% boosted. Thank you for a great GP season. I hope you've been enjoying these GP strategy guides, and hopefully in the F1 Clash 2024 season we can bring you plenty more. However, with a different look, because who knows what the strategy is going to be for the new season.